Happy afternoon, everybody, and welcome aboard on our little journey within. So, we are on a little Tirtha, that is, we are trying to understand meditation. We have done quite a few episodes before this where we were trying to really understand the art and science of meditation, that is, what is meditation, what is not meditation, because sometimes we do get mixed up. I also used to get mixed up earlier. I used to think going to the Gurdwara is meditation enough, but that was not the case. When I actually understood the real art and science of meditation, it's a real scientific process and a little different from prayer. In prayer, we are actually talking to the divine. We are talking to the all-pervading consciousness, whereas in meditation, it is the other way around. The universe talks to us and we listen. So that's the basic difference. And in prayers, basically, we are coming from a lack where we are asking for something. We are asking someone outside ourselves for something. Whereas in meditation, we are empowering ourselves, feeling the power within us and connecting to that source within ourselves. So with that little tiny definition of what meditation is, let me just share my screen where we go ahead on our journey, where we have earlier actually understood what is, just give me a second, please. Yeah. Where we had earlier understood certain myths of meditation also, and lots of confusion we had in our head. So people who have missed it before, there are about 9 episodes in this particular journey, particular Tirtha, which we are on. There are about 9 episodes on the channel, which you can go ahead if you want to clear some of your doubts on some of the myths and misconceptions on meditation. So on the same journey, let's go ahead. And today we are just going to discuss a little on how to, now let's get into action, meditation must be followed by action, and true meditation is actually action. It's not just understanding something and that way. So let us get into the action. So when we get into the action, we have to really now get started. As in, what is how to meditate? Now we've understood what is meditation. So many times we talked about it. What is not meditation? What are the myths? Everything we've understood. Now, how to meditate? There are n number of procedures and ways. If you will explore the net, nowadays it's so easy to explore which are the other ways. There are n number of ways, but the easiest and the most effective, which I find, is when we don't use our brains, because basically our goal is to silence our mind, to make our mind calm. So when we don't use it, it's the best way we'll be able to make it calm, right? So when do we don't use our brains? When we are following our breath, because our breath, for breathing, we don't need our brains. When we sleep, we breathe. Anybody who's in a coma is breathing. So there we are actually not using the brain. That is why that is one of the best way to meditate. So how to meditate? The posture, we have discussed this a number of times. Patanjali Yoga Sutra says the correct posture is Sthiram Sukham Asanam. Sthir means little stable. Sukh means comfortable, and asan, whichever asan you are comfortable in. We don't have to kill ourselves trying to sit in Padmasan or even Sukhasan for that matter. If we are unable to do, if we have some strain in our knees, or for whatever reason you're not able to sit that way, it's perfectly fine. You can sit on the chair, on a sofa, on the bed. That's it. So it has to be, so unless you're not comfortable in your body, you will not be able to go within and connect with your mind, right? So that is one basic requirement, that it has to be very, very comfortable. Even the Patanjali says it, even Bhagavad Gita says it, that you have to sit in a comfortable position, okay? And when you sit comfortably, right, when you sit cross legs, your fingers into fingers, when we make a circuit, as we do, what are we really doing? This is called the whole brain posture, where we are able to connect easily. Because the energy which is circulating inside us, which we are going to get from the cosmos during our meditation, will activate our entire brain very easily. Okay. So I think when it comes to the posture, we have no confusion. And then what else do we do when we do meditation? We observe our breath. Why the breath? Because the first activity we started when we were born, and we are going to continue breathing till the last day of our life, the last moment of our life. So it's a very easy object to focus on when we are trying to drift away from our negative thoughts. We have so many thoughts in our head, mostly of the past or anxieties of our future. So when we are trying to be in the moment, so the best way to distract the brain or to distract our mind is to concentrate on something. So the easiest thing to focus on is your breath, and focus as in not with a lot of force. We are just going to observe it. So observe your incoming and outgoing breath without judging anything. Okay? Without really judging anything. Means what we're going to do, we're just going to observe, okay, what is the temperature of our breath? What is the length of our breath? So normal breath we are observing. That's it. Like an observer, like a gatekeeper, as I say, we are just going to observe our breath. Okay. So why importance of breath? I think it's clear now. It's because it is our companion from our birth till our death. Okay. So breath plays a multi-layered role in our lives. It is profoundly related to our spiritual and physical well-being. Okay. So, but then we do take it for granted most of the time, but it's a natural object for meditation. Breath is the external form of your prana, and the spirit is the internal form of your prana. By experiencing the breath, the external form, we become aware of the source within us, which is the internal form. So that is the importance of the breath. Okay. We do get distractions we'll discuss later. Then learning to, how do you learn to meditate? I mean, this is not something which you have to learn by heart. It's like learning to ride a bicycle, learning to drive a car. It's only in the first few days when you learn a car, your instructor teaches you accelerator, brake, right? And clutch. But now when you sit, it's all in your subconscious memory. You don't really have to go with that procedure. Okay, I have to first ignite, and then I have to press this thing, and then I have to slowly leave the clutch and press the accelerator. We don't do that anymore. It is so natural to us, organic to us. So similarly, meditation also very easily becomes very organic. So when to meditate? Again, there could be, if I really have to make it very difficult, then I'll say, oh, this is the only time you can meditate. The beauty is meditation can be done anytime. It is anytime meditation, ATM, right? You can do it anytime. But yes, you have to decide which is the one, which is the time when you're most comfortable and you have the time to sit with yourself. That's the best time. Otherwise, any time is good time for meditation. Okay. I think we don't really have to discuss this anymore because it's clear that we can do it anytime, morning, dawn, afternoon, night, anytime. Sometimes it becomes, you become so addicted, you get 10 minutes, you feel like sitting down for 10 minutes. My personal best time is early morning, but yes, I leave it to each one of you to decide when you're going to meditate. How long to meditate? Now, scientifically, if I have to say, according to science, the best results you will give is in meditation is if you meditate for as long as the number of your birth, your age. For example, if you're 30 years, meditate for half an hour. If you're 20 years, 20 minutes is good. If you're 40, 50, so accordingly. But yes, whenever you do get the time, even 10 minutes of deep breathing, 10 minutes of sitting with yourself, with your inner awareness is also good. So whenever you get time, you should do it. But yes, once a day at least, try and sit for a longer time for as old as you are. Okay. So restrictions, basically, like for every other thing, we do have rules, regulations, restrictions. But my dear friends, for meditation, really, I really don't remember any restrictions per se that way. The only restriction is that you have to have a willingness to do it. Okay. If we are going to analyze, oh, what are we doing? Why are we sitting like this? Nothing's going to happen. I've tried it before. I've tried it so many times. Nothing really happens, so I'm going to chuck it. It's not like that. It's like any other habit which develops gradually. Okay, it's like any other habit. If you sit with willingness and in the right frame of mind, you will develop this habit very easily. So there are no other restrictions. It's not like that you have to do in a room. You have to do so wherever you're comfortable. Some people are comfortable in nature. They love to meditate in nature, so they go and sit outdoors. Some people love to do it in silence. Some people love little music with it. So there are no restrictions. Make your own rules. Absolutely make your own rules, and go ahead and enjoy the process. So distracting experiences during meditation, yes, for every new beginner, there are going to be distractions. Every tiny noise in the room will distract you because you are training yourself. So when you're training yourself, any little your own physical condition or any noise around you will distract you. But give it a time, give it a little longer time, say about 20 days, 21 days, 40 days, you will see that these restrictions will very easily go away. Okay. So no restrictions as such. Okay. We've done that. And then I think that's enough for today. Deep meditation experiences. Let me see the time. We can go into these experiences after we have experienced at least one longer session of meditation. And then we will discuss what all you experienced, and I'll be able to explain it to you that why you're experiencing this. Okay. So let us leave this for the practical process, deep meditation experiences, and we'll discuss or share notes later that what are the experiences we are having. So with this all said and done, I don't think any of you have any more doubts. I've covered the basics of meditation today. Now, next time we are going to go into more deeper knowledge of other spiritual sciences, other the chakras, or maybe the brain waves and all that. That we will start next week. So this week we finish with the basic understanding which you should have about what is meditation. Any questions so far? I'm up for it. We can spend about half a minute to discuss any question if you have still, especially anyone who's doing it for the first time or anybody who has any confusion still. Though I see you have been joining quite regularly, most of you, so there should not be any doubt. But yes, anybody, any question? You can either put it in the chat or you can raise your hand. So I'm stopping this.